I heard that may have been getting together with somebody from Zeus.
Yeah,
S- s-
yeah. They want to come for me. The only reason why you lasted the last two is because it wasn't because of chance. It's because you're somebody on Zeus. Bitch, you're your way to the top.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to another exclusive interview brought to you by Formation Productions and Mo Visuals. I'm your host, Maher Ahmed, and tonight we got another One Mo Chance Season 2 castmate with us, Gabriella, aka Biggie. Gabby, how are you?
I'm here, present, Biggie in the building.
I gotta ask. You know, there's an elephant in the room, and there's somebody missing that I thought was gonna be here tonight, which is your sister, Smalls. So just let me know what's going on. Like, I'll interview her separately.
Yeah, me and Smalls are having a few problems right now, not exactly speaking on speaking terms.
Okay.
So it's Biggie's time to shine.
That's how it is, I guess, with siblings. So I understand that. And her and I, and maybe it's a little bit easier. Maybe I need to hear her side of her time on the show separately. So that's completely fine. And the light can be fully on you tonight.
Period.
So I want to ask, I want to take it back to Chance's VH1 days. Did you ever watch him and his shows on there? Like I Love New York, I Love Money, Real Chance of Love.
I like fell in love with Chance when I saw him on I Love New York. Like, he's just such like a bad boy, like just so shit like that just turns me on like so bad. But no, yeah, I used to watch I Love New York. I loved I Love New York. I Love Money, I watched too. I like watch all the reality shows.
Okay. And were you a fan of One More Chance season one? And were there any contestants that stood out to you?
I had like no idea that he had a new season. Like my mom told me this, and I thought I was like, what the fuck? Like, there's no way. And then I watched it. I probably watched it like months after it came out, but I liked it. Honestly, Mangina stood out to me so much. Like, it was like he made the show.
Yeah.
Him and Rollie just made the show. It was so fire.
Did you think that Chance picked the right person the first time around? If not, who do you think should have won?
I actually think he was like really attracted to Yummy. Like I really do. I think that he really liked her. Some people just know how to play the game and like how to like what to say, what to do. So I think she just knew what to do in that situation, and she is fire looking. So like obviously like if you're pretty, it comes easier to do too.
Of course.
But I think that if like she had real feelings for him, I think they would have been together. Like if she was actually attracted to him and like he picked her and like after this, I feel like they would have been together.
Now, when you were planning on applying for the show, were you expecting from the beginning to come in with your sister, or was it your idea first and you were like, I kind of want to do this alone?
Well, Chance told me to apply, so nervous. And I was just like, oh my God, I can't do this. And then I put in an audition video by myself. And then I was like, wait, it would be fire. Like sisters, like competing for a guy, like this is that. So I was like, Maria, like apply with me, like make a video with me. So I submitted a video by myself just because like he had told me just to submit one. And then I submitted it with her.
How did he get in contact? Like, how did he know of you? How did you guys get in contact to begin with?
Oh, because after the show, I had just like followed him on Instagram, and then he followed me back, and then like he had posted something. He like posted this like story about who wants to like ride cowboys with me, and I was like, oh me. And then he actually answered me. He answered me, and then like we just started like having like all these conversations from there. And then we started texting, FaceTiming, like just like small talk and shit like that. And then yeah.
So there's this guy on TV that you had a crush on for how long?
Okay, first of all, the crush was not like that. Like I thought he was hot because he was a little bad boy, a little gangster, but
wasn't that at least kind of cool that you were like, once you saw that he followed you back, and you're like, wait, what's going on? Oh shit.
yeah, I think it's just crazy how I don't really think he changed that much from like I Love New York days, which I think is so crazy. Obviously he looks older, but like I don't think he like changed really like physically like that much at all. I mean, I would still have the same swag because like all this cowboy shit is a little like too much, but
yeah. So were there any girls that you met during the pre-production process, like the photo shoot, that stood out to you in either a good or a bad reason? Like, did you find yourself in any drama with the cast part of filming day?
No, I didn't really have any drama with anybody. I did talk to Shyne. Was that her name on the show? I honestly forgot.
Yeah, sure.
Shyne, Diamond, whatever. I talked to her at actually like a lot at the photo shoot, but she just like gave off like ditzy. Like she was having a little too many drinks. Like it's like those girls that like you have a conversation with and they're like, yeah, yeah.
That like can't hold a conversation.
Yeah, I'm just like, okay.
You're not the first person to say that.
I hate people like that. Like maybe like use your words, like
Yeah.
full sentences here. And she would just laugh at everything. I'm just like, oh my God.
I'm dead. So even though you liked Rollie, what went through your mind when you learned that Rollie and Yodel were both coming back? Are there any girls from either One More Chance season 1 or Real Chance of Love that you thought would make a good addition to the show?
From Real Chance of Love, I think Risky.
Okay.
Yeah, I just remember her. She was so fire. Risky's so fire. I don't know what the fuck she looks like now, but she was fire. I didn't really care that Rollie and Yodel came back, but I like knew there was gonna be tension. Like I was like just like, yeah, I just knew it was gonna be a mess kind of. I thought Yodel was like a bitch because at the photo shoot, like I was getting my makeup done and then she came up and she walked up and she was like, I need a touch up or whatever, something like that. And I'm like, okay, like I'm in the chair, like she needs a makeup artist. Like I think she's being impatient right now.
Was she just like standoffish, or you just thought that she was being a little too like, oh, like since I'm from season 1?
No, I thought she was mad standoffish, but also I didn't really like go to speak to her, but like she even said like that she didn't think she was gonna like me and Maria. Like,
ooh,
I don't know. I feel like people are so different when you look at them and like you have no idea about them until like when they open their mouth and like you actually realize they're like mad cool people.
did you feel like people were going to be gunning for you guys, knowing that you're coming in as like a duo, just from jump? Like, even though they you seem like a nice girl, and so does Maria, you thought that people were just going to be like, oh, double trouble?
No, yeah, I definitely knew people were gonna come for us just because we're sisters and we have each other. And also, like, I have no filter with my mouth. I really do not give a fuck what I say,
Yeah,
what I do, any of that. So I definitely knew there was going to be trouble. I didn't know it was going to be that quick. I didn't know all that was going to go down as soon as I got into the house, but.
Oh yeah, we're going to get to that. But first, so you guys are all waiting outside and Chance, makes his extreme entrance and he starts cracking his jokes. With being a fan of him back in the day and knowing his personality, how did you feel about the things that he was saying? Like, did you find them disrespectful at all? Or did you think that it was just like, you need to know his personality and his sense of humor to understand this and take it?
I thought majority of the things he said were funny. Like, I have that sense of humor where like, when you know how people are, like, he's going to crack jokes for TV. Like, that's just common sense. I mean, some of the things he did say, like to certain people, like obviously we're not okay because like it's one thing to crack a joke, but it's another thing to like try and really just degrade somebody, especially someone who doesn't really speak back, like and like know how to speak back on the top of their like just like go back and forth like that. But I mean, I thought most of the stuff was funny. Like the Babe Ruth shit was funny.
Soon after that whole scene outside, you guys, I mean, it like cuts to you guys finding your rooms, and we see some of the drama that pops off between Dottie, Grancy, and Slim. Obviously, you weren't in that room, but were you aware of any of the drama that happened at the photo shoot? And what was your impression on what went down in that room?
See, like I was right there when it was happening, but like I wasn't really paying attention to it. I remember like people like I think I remember Slim was like on the floor, I'm pretty sure, in the photo shoot. And I remember people like going back and forth, but like it wasn't like I wasn't really paying attention like that. Like I didn't really think it was that serious. I just thought it was like bitches just having like a catty little argument, like move, like this is that.
I mean, it literally like jumps from that to you guys in the room. This is when we're introduced to you and your sister, Smalls, aka Maria. And you guys get into an altercation that part of it, I guess, wasn't filmed or caught, where you pushed Rollie off the bed. So can you kind of explain to us how that altercation started and just like finally get it out there, because a lot of people still to this day are confused.
I know. Okay, so I was going in the room and like I was rushing, and I figured like, okay, like let me just like, I knew the bed she wanted, so I'm like, okay, let me just like run into the bed she wants and like grab it first. And so I go in and she like, we like sat down at the same time, but I did not mean to push her off the bed. Like that was not my intention. Like off camera, on camera, I genuinely did not mean to push her. So I went to go, my booty just like the extra force I had just like really like pushed her off the bed.
Did she like
And
fly off?
like she fell like face first, first on the ground. I was like, ooh. And then obviously no bitch is gonna be okay with that, like especially not Rollie. So after that, like it just really, we just got into it after that.
And it was brought to our attention that you and your sister had not been in any fights before prior to coming on the show. With that being said, when that fight happened between the three of you, what was going through your mind?
I've been in one fight before.
Okay.
Just one, but I am not a fighter. Like I genuinely do think that I could really like fuck a bitch up. Like I have like, I have man strength. Like honestly, it's like disgusting to say, but like I'm scared of what I could actually do to a person if I was like seeing like black. Like that shit scares me. But I'm just not a fighter. I've never like needed to fight. It's never been that serious for me to fight. But when that happened, I was like, oh shit, like this is about to go down. Like Rollie's in my face. But I thought me and Rollie were gonna get into it. Like I didn't think she was gonna turn around and like go at Maria. So I'm like, okay, this bitch is about to hit me. Like I gotta be like having my guard up. This is that. I really thought about like swinging first, but I was like, let me just see what she does. Then she turned around and she went at Maria. I was like, damn, I gotta help sister. So I just tried to jump on her. I don't know.
At that time, did you even know what was like happening, or was it one of those moments where you kind of blacked out?
Yeah, it went so quick, and I'm like, damn, this shit is really happening. Like, this shit is real. People, I think when they watch it, think it's like really fake, but it's real. Like, the adrenaline is real. My adrenaline was skyrocketed that day. Like, I was just on 100. Like, I was just like, ugh, like,
Oh yeah, it went on for what felt like just that scene in that room for like 30 minutes. And that's when Rollie drops the bomb that you and Smalls were bringing guys back to the hotel prior to the moving day. So I know that Sony, in the interview that we did with her, she kind of cleared this up from her perspective, but can you clear the air and officially just say what took place that day? I want to hear it from you finally. It's about time.
okay. So we went out previously that night, and it was after the photo shoot. We went out, had a great fucking time. I was with all of them, Yoda, Khadijah, Sony, Maria, and we just vibed. Like we just instantly clicked. So then the two guys that we had like went out after the house party, we had went to the strip club. Then after that, the two guys that were with me, like they drove me back to my hotel, but it was like mad late. And I was like, I had my own hotel room. I had it with two big ass king size beds. So I was like, oh, you guys can just like stay the night. Like it's perfectly fine. Like I've known them previously. Like we all have mutual friends. So we were just like, I'm like, I get along with guys more than I do girls. Cause like I could really vibe with girls, but like sometimes like girls are mad standoffish, and like that's not me. Like I'm a very outgoing bitch. Like I like to have fun. I don't like the cattiness. I hate when bitches just like stand there and look pretty, like aren't fun. So like when I meet guys that are like on the same type of high time as me, like drink, like party, this is that, like I just instantly click with them. Mm-hmm. So I was like, oh, you guys can like stay over if you want. And then they stayed over. Nothing occurred in that hotel room. Like nothing occurred. I was not horny. And I'm gonna admit I'm not horny, none of that. Sister was not in my room. We had our own separate rooms. The Zeus booked us our own rooms with 2 double beds. It was amazing. So yeah, and then we woke up and I was hungry, and it was that day we were moving into the house and I wanted McDonald's. Like after I'm hungover, I need a caramel frap. So I need it. Like, so we went to McDonald's. I went with one of the guys, went to McDonald's. We got food for the other guy in the room. And then Yodel had came to my hotel room and we got food for her. And then Maria ended up coming over later. And yeah, we just ate.
Wait, did the guys pay for the food?
Of course they did.
Okay, I was about to say, because you said we got food for them. I was like, hey, hold on. I was like, Sony better have been right, and because she was like, I'm pretty sure the guys paid for the food. I was like, okay. Good.
No, yeah, 100%. If you're a guy and you're taking me to go get food and you wait for me to pay, or you're saying, oh, just send me this, that's weird to me.
Well, also, if it's McDonald's, I mean, it's like the cheapest food you can
Yeah.
get. So that'd be really cheap
Yeah,
of
you're
them to
lucky
be
it's
like,
not like with Chris or like
if they were like, you're about to be on TV, you're paying for this.
so then after we got the food, I went in the elevator and I ended up like Yodela had told me before. She was like, you better be careful. Like, even if like you're nothing's going on, like with you and this guy that you're walking with, like the girls will just see it and like make a whole big scene about it, like just to bring up shit, like any little thing, like they will just bring it up, just make it a lie, any of that.
Yeah, take it and run with it.
So of course, when I get into the fucking elevator, who do I see? Rollie in Tokyo. And I'm just standing there. I really didn't care. I literally do not give a fuck about anything. Like, I don't care. But I go to the room. I was like, Yodela, you won't believe what just happened. Guess what I saw in the elevator? Rollie. And then afterwards, when we were getting ready to move into the house, we were at the bar downstairs in the hotel. And Rollie had made a cheers. Like, she got a shot. And she was like, cheers to some of the tea I got on a certain of you bitches or something like that. I'm just like, what? And I just knew she aimed it for me, and then she put the shot right in front of my face.
You're like, fuck. I know exactly what this is about.
I kind of knew like shit was gonna come out, but I just didn't care because like I have no problem with explaining myself and getting loud.
But so right then you knew that she was gonna be gunning for you.
I knew it.
Yeah.
I literally knew it.
So the same day, things get crazy and there's a lot of throwing stuff on this show, where stuff goes on in the kitchen. After Bad and Bougie, she throws chicken at Rollie. What did you think of Bad and Bougie and her involvement in the drama between you guys and Rollie?
I just think that she's like she's an actor, like she's an actress, like she wants to act. The whole scene in the bedroom, it was like a whole act. It's like the way she talks. Like when you talk, it should sound natural. Like whenever she talks, it doesn't sound natural. I get it. You're on TV. You want to like do whatever you think you're doing that's not giving, but it's just a whole facade. Like I just can't. Like I will be myself regardless. It's reality TV. You're supposed to be your real self. So her in the kitchen, like throwing the chicken, like that's not even you. Because like if you were to throw the chicken and like Rollie was to like go up in your face, if like people weren't between them and like security wasn't around, like you would have got the shit beat out of you.
And why you gotta waste the food?
Yeah, like that chicken low-key looked good too. I didn't even see that.
And I didn't even know Twinkies were still a thing until Rollie threw one at you guys.
Well, I threw the Twinkie first at Rollie and then she threw it back. But I just saw a Twinkie right next to me and I threw it back.
I would have been like so excited if I saw that Twinkie. I would not have thrown that. I would have been like, you know what? I'm really mad. But
what made me mad though is that other people were getting involved. I get it. It's the first day filming and they didn't pick you to be like your bedroom scene wasn't anything crazy. You have to put on this, that, but that shit should come natural by just who you are. Like other females like Babe Ruth, like whoever else was over there in the couch area, Miko, like yelling about a fucking chicken wing being thrown. Like at the time, Slim, I'm cool with Slim now, but like her yelling about a chicken wing being thrown, like I didn't understand that because like it had no involvement. Like if you bitches want to take my spot right now, because all these bitches want to kill me, right, you can get my spot. Like I don't want any parts of this.
Right. I don't want anything else thrown at me.
No, yeah.
Within that scene in that kitchen, and there's like liquor and snacks and clearly food being thrown, you ended up picking up a glass bowl and throwing it, which hit Tokyo. So what went through your mind during this altercation? And did you feel bad for hitting her, or was it kind of her fault in your eyes, for her getting involved?
Okay. I genuinely felt bad. In the moment, I had just came from the bedroom scene. This is all fucking real. You bitches could go ahead and fake your scene that you did in the bedroom, but all of this that I was going through was real. My adrenaline was through the roof. I already have Rollie wanting to attack me, and like, Rollie's like down with the get down. Like she'll fight if she wants to fight. That's just that. So I already knew like, okay, like she really wants to brawl. This is that. So everyone's just throwing shit back and forth, and like I'm just getting annoyed, and I just see a glass bowl full of fruit snacks. Like I don't think to just take the fruit snacks and throw them. I literally just pick up the bowl, but I thought that shit was plastic. So as soon as I throw it, and like Tokyo is getting in the middle of it, like trying to stick up for Rollie. You just met her. Like this
Yeah.
is the day after the photo shoot. You just met this girl. Like how close are you that you're trying to argue with her against me? So I just threw it, and I didn't even realize, even afterwards that I threw it, like I didn't realize it was glass until like she was screaming it was glass, and everyone then like production had stopped us, and they were like, "This is getting out of control. You guys need to stop. Like you're throwing glass." I'm like, "Oh shit!" Like I threw glass.
At least it didn't shatter on her head. But
Yeah,
I'm
that's
sure it was
like
still
it didn't
painful.
fall.
Right. I'm sure it was still painful, but I'm like thinking, I'm like, if somebody throws something like a glass and it doesn't break on me, I guess that must hurt even more. So were you able to apologize to her that night? I can't fully recall. I think maybe you did.
Okay, yeah. So after that, like I got put into a room because all this drama was going on with me and my sister. So we got put into a room, like security was watching us. It was a lot. And I genuinely wanted to apologize to Tokyo. So like Yodeler came in, she was like telling me like it's crazy out there. Chance is talking to them, like production's like going crazy, da 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 da. I was like, oh, like what is Tokyo doing, whatever? And she said, I don't know, like she's just still like loud and shit like that. And then I said, like, well, I want to like see, I just wanted to see if she was cooled down or not. So like then I could talk to her. But if she's
Right.
still hyped, like I'm not gonna talk to you. So then Yodeler told me like that she went to go talk to her, and she was like actually like really upset, like crying, like saying that she didn't think I would do that to her. This is that. And I was like, oh, so she's like upset, like, because Tokyo's like a crybaby, not like a crybaby, but like you're not hard, like you're not tough like that, like you actually liked me as a person. So like you putting on this facade that like you're gonna beat my ass, like in that little preview that they posted, like I'm gonna beat your ass. Like that wasn't you. Like after that, you went outside and you cried about the whole situation. Yes, after that, I went outside to her after Chance was done talking to us, and I apologized. I said, bro, I did not mean to hit that. I'm so sorry. Like, because I'm a real ass bitch. Like, I'm gonna apologize. That's fucking glass. Like, if that would have cracked in her face, like, I would have been in trouble.
Right.
And then I was just like really apologetic. This is that. And then yeah, it was like squash. Like, that was it.
Okay. So although you were able to squash that with Tokyo, and you were both able to cool off, everybody was able to cool off from that kitchen scene. Did you see yourself keeping cool with anybody in that house? And were there certain people that you thought that you had to keep like your distance from?
A lot of the girls, like I'm really not there to make friends. So I don't really care. It just happened that like me and my friends became friends, and like we're just fun. So like I just instantly knew like some of the other females would be like, oh, these bitches are clicked up. They're going out every night. They're partying, da 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 da, and just make up shit like, oh, you're really here for Chance. This is that. Like, so I really didn't care. I did not care for anybody else in the house besides the people I was with.
Yeah. And I mean, it doesn't stop the drama with you and Maria and the people in the house. As Slim and Yodeler start going at it, and Slim called out you and Smalls along with Soldier Girl for being Yodeler's minions. So what was your opinion on Slim and the accusations that she was making?
I just think that people always like go to say that because Yodeler's from season one. Like, and like we clicked with somebody from season one, like we're all friends, this is that. But Stoney had talked to her before the show. I talked to Khadijah at the photo shoot. I did not talk to Stoney at the photo shoot until we were like in the car going to a party. Like we just all socialize with each other at different times. Like Yodeler does not get along with females. Like it is just a known thing. I can just see it. Like she even like admits to it. Like she doesn't get along with females. She doesn't have female friendships like that much. Just that.
We saw that in season 1 too.
Yeah. So I think that her like actually like connecting with like real ass people, because like we're all like so real, like genuine. Like we all love each other. We want to try to do better. This is that. Like I think that it was like something new for her, and she like liked it.
And so this was a scene that people were really confused about as to how it got to this point. And Sony cleared a little bit of it up, but again, I always want to go to the source, and I want to understand from your perspective what really happened when Rollie just started fuming after allegedly hearing that you and your sister were talking about her child. So can you break down what happened from your perspective and how a third altercation between you guys erupted?
Okay, yes. So We were outside. This was the way that they put it in the first episode was crazy because that did not happen in the first episode. That happened like maybe like 3 days later. Like it was not the same time at all. So we were outside, and the entire time on the show before the cowgirl challenge, like me and Rollie were not cool. Like me and Rollie did not talk at all. So we were outside one night after we were done filming and just like chilling out, like relaxing. And Rollie was outside and she was just saying at the table, like, if y'all gonna talk shit about somebody, like, you might as well just say it to their face because they're gonna find out in the end. And she repeated it like 5 times. So I'm just like, I'm sitting at the table, Maria's there. I'm pretty sure Domo was right behind me, Yodeler or something else. So I'm like thinking like she's pointing this to me, like she was like not like looking at me, but like glancing at me here and there. And I literally just like after her repeating it 5 times, I'm like, okay, like are you talking to me? Like I don't understand. Like if you're gonna say it, just say it to me. Like who am I talking shit about? This is that. She was like, damn, you so sensitive. Like da da da. She's like, I'm just saying, like, if you're gonna talk shit about somebody, like say it to their face, because in this house, everyone's gonna find out who the fuck is talking shit. This is that. And then we just started getting into it. And then security just took her inside. And I think she went to bed. And then I was like, damn, like bitches are like so tight, like go get fucked or whatever. I was like, I don't even know if she has a man to fuck her or something like that. And then Domo, I think, said like she has a kid. And I was like, oh shit, I didn't even know that. And then Maria was like, I don't give a fuck about her or her kid. Like, it's not like she said, fuck her kid. She just said, fuck about if her and she has a child. Like, she doesn't care. And then I guess Domo went to go tell Rollie, like, afterwards. Rollie storms. We're all hanging out in Yodeler and Sony's room because they have, like, a big-ass room, and we're just all hanging out in there. It's, like, 4 o'clock in the morning. We just hear, like, security, like, in the hallway, like, a whole bunch of, like, rustling and whatever. Like, what the fuck? And the door swings open, and Rollie's going crazy, trying to get to us, trying to fight us. I'm like, oh my God. Like
again.
Yes, then security takes her to her room. They're like standing at her door. So I come out and I'm just like, me and Yodel are just like, okay, so like who said something? Like who went to go try and tell her that we're talking about fuck her child, this is that, we don't give a like just saying all this shit. And nobody said a single word. And Domo was right there. You said no words. So you want to start shit, but you can't own up to it? I'm confused.
So did you genuinely think that she like misheard what you said and repeated it, what she thought she heard? Or do you really think she was just trying to start some drama?
I think she was just trying to start something.
Okay.
Because you and Rollie weren't even like that. You weren't even like that. Like you didn't really, I didn't see you bitches do anything together. This was like the 3rd night. Like all you girls do was just walk around the house and like say hi, bye, this is that. So there's really no loyalty to where like you're trying to be there for your friend. You just want to start drama.
Were you not going crazy at this point? Because you were part of like all the drama.
I was losing my fucking mind because after it slows down, I'm like, this bitch comes into my room like, oh my God, here we go. Now she thinks we're talking about her child. Here we go. And you know, bitches are gonna go hard for their children. So I'm just like, oh, this is not gonna end. Like I knew that night was not going to be the end of it.
You're like, I can't catch a break. But hey, at least one thing is that you were able to have your sister there. So you guys could like go in your room maybe sometimes when you're not filming and kind of like decompress. So that I guess is a positive.
Yeah, that night she told us to sleep with our eyes are one eye open. So I'm like, damn, we have our own room. There's no locks on the doors. Yeah.
Don't lie. Did you get good sleep or bad sleep that night?
It was a good sleep, but then it's like you wake up and like you don't know what energy somebody's on. They can just like be so calm and then like they see you and they're like, da, da, da.
Yeah. So with all the stuff in the kitchen that happened, you know, Chance postponed the nickname ceremony, but then we finally get to that and Chance gives you and your sister the nicknames Biggie and Smalls. How did you feel? How did you and Maria feel about your guys' nicknames?
I mean, Maria was fine with her nickname. I just did not like my nickname. I did not like it. At first, he called us, they don't even get it on film, but at first he called us Double Dragon. Like, he didn't give us Biggie and Smalls, like, right then and there. He was, like, saying Biggie and Smalls, thick and thin, but then he said Double Dragon in the end. We're just like, what is that? He was like, go look it up. And then we went out, and I'm like, what the fuck is Double Dragon? Like, how are you gonna, when you call us down, how are you gonna decipher who's double, who's dragon? What does that even mean?
Yeah.
And then he just started calling us Biggie and Smalls, and I'm like, okay, I guess that's my name. Like, I'm Biggie. Here we go.
When he initially called you that, did you feel like disrespected at all, or were you like, okay, I get it, like joke?
Not really, because I know I'm not like big. I know I'm thick. I know I'm definitely thick, and on camera I look even thicker. So it really didn't help me and it really just didn't help at all that the camera added all that weight to me. But the first like week I probably hated it. But then like now I've grown to love it. Like I don't care. Like it's Biggie bitch. Like yeah, Biggie and Smalls. Like it just fits. Like I wanted a name that like clicks, and I feel like that's really memorable, like clicky name.
Not gonna lie, you and your sister had the two nicknames that I remembered the quickest. I was like, there are like 500 people on this season. I can't remember anybody's names. I'm like, the only people I remember is Biggie and Smalls.
Yeah, I like it. It grew on me.
Was there any other nickname that you would have like if they asked if you wanted to pick your own, what would you have chosen?
Thick and thin.
Okay.
Thing one, thing two, or like thick one, slim one.
Yeah. So the first elimination comes by, and that's when we said bye to baby Ruth. Do you think that someone else should have been sent home instead of her or along with her?
No. I think that people have to understand that they were there for a certain purpose. Babe Ruth was there for a certain purpose, to bring a little diversity, because she definitely is different in her own way. But I mean, it's clear as day. Like, obviously, Chance didn't want you. I'm not even being rude, because like he didn't want me either. But it's like, baby, he like didn't want you.
Is there anything that she brought to that house that we didn't see, like personality wise, or anything that she said that may
I mean, I think she was actually like mad chill.
Okay.
Like I didn't really like talk to her like that, but I thought she was just like, she was really laid back. But like when it came down to like her being in front of the camera, I think what got her eliminated is that when they put us in the scene with Slim in the couch area and Yodel and Slim were going at it, Babe Ruth didn't say a single word. Like it's not even like you didn't even speak up to defend Slim, like that's your friend, but it's just the fact that you didn't say anything. Like you were just like there in the scene, like you didn't express anything, when like Stoney was the one, like the whole scene was Stoney talking to you and addressing you. And like, okay, you said like it's fine, but like you said like a sentence, like you didn't bring anything to the camera.
But even with the altercations that you had gotten into, you didn't think that anybody else should have been sent home as well?
No.
Okay.
I think the first elimination was the correct elimination. Like I think that there was nothing else I would have put on there.
So the next episode starts with you guys preparing for your first challenge, which was the boxing challenge. And this is I wanted to know if you and your sister were nervous for this challenge at all, knowing that you guys didn't really have fighting experience prior to coming on the show.
I thought that they were going to put me with Rollie. I thought they were going to put me with Rollie. I would have like obviously like had to have done it, but I just knew like the tension, just for some reason, even though me and Maria were like having the tension with all these people, they felt more tension towards me. Like they hated me more than they hated Maria. I don't know what it was, but it was always like, nah, Smalls is like, all right, it's Biggie. Like Biggie's a problem. It's like, the fuck did I do?
Wait, but I heard that you're the sweeter one, and that I thought that Maria was like more rowdy one.
I am, but I think that I think I come off like I don't give a fuck, real bitchy. So it's like, I don't know. I really don't. I didn't understand it either. But I thought they were gonna put me with Rollie. I was like, oh God, here we go. Like all they want us to do is fucking fight. I already had 2 days of this. Okay, like let's go, bring it on. Like,
and I know that you guys weren't in the same van, but with everything that happened with Stormy and her exit, how did you feel about that whole situation?
I think Stormy's like, she's like true to herself. I think that's the word to use, but like, I'm so sorry. Like that little thing in the van, like that was stupid. Like for you to be in a van with Rollie fuck everybody else, but with Rollie, and to be on a phone talking about, oh girl, I'm not really here for him, like nobody's here for him, like baby, you have to know better.
I didn't know that she was on a phone. Because I heard that, like, they said it 100 times, like she didn't think that cameras were rolling, but I didn't know that she was on a phone call with somebody and was saying that.
No, yeah, the cameras were going, and I'm pretty sure she was on a call, like just talking to her friend because she had her headphones in too, and she was just talking to them, and she was like, "Girl, like I'm like not here for him. Like nobody here is here for him. This is that. Like this is just a show." That's like the wrong. Even though a lot of these females that were there, Chance wanted not like any of them. They knew they were there for a purpose. Like you do not say shit like that, especially around Rollie. You have to do better. You have to know better.
And I'm like, they're like, oh, she didn't think that the cameras or audio were rolling. I'm like, there's a camera here, a camera there. I'm like,
oh no, because like the cameras were like, it wasn't like a camera person in the car.
Yeah.
The cameras were like put on the seats.
They're like mounted around the seats, right?
Yeah, so it was like facing us, but
yeah.
I don't know. Bitches don't think sometimes.
I would just assume that like at all times on that show, anything that I say is being recorded. So I'm just going to shut up whenever I feel like I'm going to say something stupid.
Yeah, bitches just don't think. She didn't think. And I kind of felt bad, but at the same time, like you really did it to yourself.
So before the challenge starts, they bring out Natalie Nunn as a guest referee. What were your thoughts on her, and what was your experience like meeting her?
I thought she was like fun. Like she was cool. Like her energy coming out was cool and shit like that.
Okay. So she was nice to you guys.
Yeah.
I'm good. I'm glad that I'm hearing that from every person.
I think she was like a good person to like be in that boxing situation. Like she like hyped it up.
Did you think that like maybe she would have been different than what actually?
Yeah, I always thought like meeting her that she was like mad like stank and shit like that. But then again, people think that same shit about me. So it's just like you just go to thoughts like on your own, like on how you like view someone. So
I guess that's one of the situations where you're like, okay, you can't just keep judging people off of what you see on TV or by the way that they look when you first meet them. So the first boxing match is with you in Tokyo, and I wanted to know what your intentions were when you went into the challenge. Because you didn't see any rounds that happened prior. Like you guys are first. Did you take it as a playful boxing match, or were you like you're like, I'm going hard?
First of all, let me get this straight. Let's for everyone to see here. Before we left that house to go to the boxing match, Tokyo knew they were going to put me with her. I apologized to her off camera. She called me into her room and sat down as she's cuddling her teddy bear and said, obviously, like, I don't want to fight you. Like, this is that. Like, she's like, this is not me. Like, I don't do that. Like, I'm a mother. Like, I'm a grown ass woman. Da, 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 da. She was like, I want you to like apologize on camera. Like, maybe if I'm going to like, she's like, I'm going to like hype it up. Then I want to beat you up. And then like, you apologize. And then like, I'll forgive you. And then like, we'll just hug it out and we won't fight. I was like, okay, like I really didn't want to fight her, but I also didn't care like if I had to fight her. Cause like, I wasn't fighting her serious. Like I didn't want to like cause hurt to her, any of that. So she had told me before, like, just apologize to me on camera. Like, let's try and like not fight. I'm like, okay, like we can do that. So when we get into the boxing match, I'm like, okay, like she's hyping it up. Like she's like looking at me devil eyes. She like said something like, I'm going to get you. This is that. And then they didn't put it out. Like they didn't put this, like air this.
Yeah.
But I had like been like, no, like I don't want to fight you. Like I didn't mean to throw the glass at you. Like, I'm sorry. This is that. And then Zeus was like, no, like you're fighting. We're not doing this. Da, 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 da. So at the end of the day, like, I don't have a problem with fighting with her, like boxing her, because it's boxing. It's nothing serious.
Right.
And he got really hurt for some reason, because at the same time, I know I'm boxing you like friendly, but I have to make it look real. So like that one hit, I guess that I hit her in the face, like she really felt some type of way. Like I didn't even like, I wasn't giving anything. Like, and we have gloves on, bro. Like it was, and you have a head like thing on. Like it was never like that.
And we heard from both Sony and I think Tokyo actually said it herself on her live once, that she was yelling at production when she's like, I told you guys I didn't want to do this. So
yeah, but she also afterwards, if you guys see it, she also said, now I'm really gonna beat your ass. Like she gets like that. It's mad weird because like that's not even you. Like that's not how you are. Like in the kitchen, you said that same shit. The next day, like an hour later, you were crying outside, like, oh, you can't believe I threw a bowl at you. This is that. Then the next day, you're a sweetheart, and then something goes wrong, and you're talking about, oh, now I'm really gonna beat your ass. I told you I didn't want to do this. Then she was saying, I'm really gonna beat your ass. Took her glove off and like was looking at me like you wanted to really beat my ass. And then you started going to production like I told you I didn't want to do this shit. This is that. But like, why do you have to put up a facade? Like, just like do it. Like, we could have ended that match. We were fighting for mad long. That shit was like 20 seconds and we would have been done.
And so you really weren't like fully fighting, like you weren't fighting with all the might that you had.
No.
Okay.
Like at all. If you see, I tried to like karate. I just tried to do some karate move. I like jump up and I'm like.
So were you in your head? Are you like, dang, I'm not even like putting all my strength into this, and I still like hit you harder than mean to? We're like,
yeah, like do nothing. And then she got so upset afterwards. Like she stormed out, as everyone saw. She was gone for a good like 30 minutes. Like then she came back and she was sitting on the couch area. And she just kept like telling Maria, like she kept telling Small, she was like, I hate Biggie. I hate her so much. Like I hate her. I'm just like, bro, what? Like it was a fucking friendly ass fight. We have to make some of it look real. Like I can't deal with this fucking like on and off shit. Like,
yeah.
So now you're back to hating me. Now you're back to despising me. And I kept telling her, I was like, Tokyo, like I did not mean to hit you like that. Like I didn't really think that was anything like crazy.
And she never fully accepted that apology.
Afterwards, she did.
Okay.
But it was just too much. Like it was way too much. I felt like I was like, she really like leans on people like a lot. Like we were cool, but like, you know, like we really didn't share anything. Like I liked talking to Tokyo because she was like a sweetheart. But then when you show these little mood swings, like you're fighting bitch, and then you're not, you're mad emotional, you're a sentimental thug. Like, no, bro, just be you.
I would never be able to be in a house like this with that many people and that many personalities. I can't keep up. And see, I'm emotional too. Like I'm a Pisces, and I think she said she's a Pisces too. Maybe I'm wrong, but yeah. I don't think I would like. I think it's a crazy situation, and it's something that only you guys will go through maybe once, maybe twice. But I think it's like when you have all these cameras and lights on you, and you don't know who's going to be gunning for you, and this random drama that just happens. I think maybe sometimes you act like a different person or somebody that you wouldn't be outside of the house and at home.
Yeah, that's what I think too, because she just really like off camera, she was like mad nice, mad sweet, but in front of camera, she wants to be hard all the time and like put up this front. Like you don't have to put it, like fighting does not make you stand out. Like being you makes you stand out.
So you have to watch your sister go against Rollie. What was going through your head? Like, what were you thinking? Were you like scared for her?
I was scared for Smalls' life. I was just scared for my sister's fucking life. I'm like, oh my God, like Rollie hates me, but she really doesn't fuck with Smalls either. Like she's about to do her thing, like this is that. But Maria like held her little shit down. Like I thought it was gonna be 10 times worse than what it was, but like it was good. Like
look, you guys may not be fighters, but you got some fight in you.
Korea.
It'd be bad if you guys both really just got your asses whooped and that's it. But no, I mean you did your thing.
Yeah, I tried.
How do you feel like you and Smalls would have stacked up if you two were switched? Like if your opponents were switched, you were with Rollie and she was with Tokyo.
I think that if I fought Rollie, that shit would have went viral. I think that shit would have went viral. I think that Rollie would have brought the like fight out of me. Because I know that she would have came crazy for me. I know that. In that moment, on that day, previous day, after that day, Rollie did not fuck with me. We did not like each other. We did not socialize with each other, like anything. Like Rollie wanted to fight me. And what's crazy is after I was done fighting Tokyo and Tokyo ran out, Rollie wanted to come in the ring and fight me.
Oh, really?
She was like...
Would Zeus just not let it happen?
Yeah, like they were like, no, like she's out of here. This is that. Like my energy was done. And Tokyo ran out and Rollie was like, oh, I'll fight her. And this bitch is over here like hopping the fucking thing. I'm like, oh my God.
You're like, no, I'm motherfucking tired.
Like, yeah, I'm good. I'm out. I did my time.
All right. So the last headline moment of the boxing challenge was the chaos that happened between Yodeler and Diamond. What was your opinion on Diamond and the drama that happened with her and Yodeler and the other girls? Did you have any direct drama with her prior to the show?
I think Diamond is corny. I think Diamond's a drunk. I think Diamond has some serious mental issues. Like, God bless people with mental issues, but like, at least they're getting help. Maybe you need to go get checked. You need to do something because she's delusional. The girl is delusional. Like, there is certain things you just don't say. Like, this bitch really like was asking for it. She was on at the photo shoot. She was literally sucking Yodeler off. Like, she wanted to talk to Yodeler. She was being all up in her face. This is that. And I didn't hear about it until afterwards when we're on our way to the mansion party and we're just talking about the photo shoot. She's like in her face talking about, oh, like I've seen you before. Like, you're in like King Von's video. And I was like, yeah, because when you talk to Yola at first, she's mad standoffish. Like, she'll like giggle if like shit's funny or whatever, but like she's like a little standoffish. And like for somebody to just like ask you about your business like that, like obviously you're gonna be like, okay, bro, like what? Like relax. Yeah. So then this bitch is claiming that she's not. She had already talked about Yodeler previously, like in the house. Rollie had put her on blast because she said that she wanted to fight Yodeler, and then Rollie told Yodeler, and Yodeler went up to Shyne, and Shyne was like, oh no, this is how they got into it. Then she didn't want to stay at the fucking house. So after that boxing match with Yodeler and Shyne, like she wanted no parts of being in the house. How are you gonna go on national TV? Bitch, there's cameras in your fucking face. You're gonna ask Yodeler, she was in the King Von video, someone who's dead, rest in peace, King Von, and you're gonna say that she was sucking his dick. Like, how do you know that's not like her actual bro? Like, she's not like just cool with him. Especially on TV, talking about somebody who's just dead, about this another female sucking his dick. Like, bro, like she's delusional. Like, oh my god, God bless. I can't.
Yeah, because I knew you didn't fuck with her because I don't know if anybody else caught it, but because there was so much happening in that scene. But I remember you saying "big dick sucking bitch."
Yeah, because then after, I knew Yodeler wanted to fuck her up. I was excited for this fight. I'm like, Yodeler, fuck her the fuck up. So when I see her like getting her in the corner, this is that, then Yodeler fell over Chance because Chance was like like he comes up to the fights like to break them up a little bit. Yodeler tripped over Chance and fell down. This bitch, Shyne, wants to run up to Yodeler and kick her and then run out of the ring.
In the face?
Baby, you know that there's cameras. Like, you're being on camera.
Yeah.
You're going to try and sneak kick her and then run?
That's what yeah.
Like, what, bro? Like, I can't. I really can't. Then you want to talk like you're really about this fighting life, this is that. Like, you didn't want smoke with Yodeler. You did not want smoke with Sony at all. I'm so sorry. After that day, that bitch did not stay in the house. She was gone. She stayed at a hotel. She wanted no parts of that house. She had security move her to a hotel. I mean, she's more comfortable in hotels anyway because she does a lot of shit in hotels with a lot of niggas, but.
So she was legitimately like scared for her, like about getting beat up again.
So this is what makes me mad when after the show, people are talking about this, that, I ain't no pussy, da-da-da-da, like, yeah, them girls want to no smoke. This is Shyne like talking, and I'm just like, bro, like, you requested to leave the house. You stayed in a hotel. Like, what are you talking about? It just hurts so bad when people go on the fucking internet and say all this false shit. Like, there's 40 other people that were in the fucking house and saw that you weren't there.
Did you have any acknowledgement of the off-camera fight that happened between Sony and Diamond?
I had no idea. Stony, I remember now, but like Stony told me the picture that Stony showed you. Mm-hmm. She told me while we were sitting in there because we were getting food, like a chef had came and like cooked or whatever. So we were waiting to like go and like get our food or whatever. And we're sitting at the table in the kitchen just smoking hookah. And Stony had came up to me. It's like a blur because I wasn't paying attention. Like I had so much of my shit going on. And Stony was like, yeah, I just beat Shyne the fuck up. But Stony also talks mad low, so I really didn't hear her. But I just remember her telling me like I beat her up. And then I remember her telling me and Yodeler, like, go look at her back, go look at her back. And I was like, wait, what? Like, what are you talking about? So I really just like wasn't like 100% there with the conversation. But I remember her telling me something about it.
Did you see her back? Like, can you confirm that that back was Diamond?
Oh no, yeah, the back was scratched, 100%.
Because she said in the comments under the post that we made about it, she said it's all cap.
What's all cap? That's
Like
her back.
I don't know whether she was talking about the fight in itself or the
that
picture.
was maybe she's talking about the fight, but maybe like that's your back. I don't know if you were getting fucked and scratched before the scene, but that's your back. That was the tube top you were wearing. Like,
were you at all shocked when you heard that Diamond was talking about Sony's kids?
Yeah, I really wasn't, because she's the type of female that she says things and then like 5 minutes later she like acts like she never said it. She's like, she's an airhead. Like, that's the best way to explain her. She's just a blow-up doll.
I think that's exactly what Stoney said. Airhead.
Like, she is just an airhead. Like, she talked about Yodeler in front of Rollie. Rollie went to go tell Yodeler. All of a sudden, what, girl, I'm impressed by you. I didn't say nothing about you. I'm just like, what? Like, I can't, bro. I can't. Because I'm a person who, like, if I have shit to say, I'm going to say it. I speak fast. I just speak. Like, I use my words. Like, when bitches don't use their words, that shit makes me so annoyed. Like, or when they have pauses or just act ditzy. Like, ugh. And she already looks like a drunk. Like, she fits the fucking criteria. So, like, now you're acting like it too. Oh.
I'm dead.
I can't. Like, I just can't.
Okay, so let's move forward to when, I mean, things calm down. You know, there's no more boxing, but we get to the second elimination, and that's when Grantee, aka Sonia, gets eliminated. Did you have any type of relationship with her? Did you have any good chats with her? How'd you feel about Grantee?
No. I didn't really care for Grantee. Grantee didn't like me or my sister. Grantee's gonna try and act on social media like she loves me, baby girl. Like, you got this. Like, go there with grace. This is that. When I was getting my name and me and Maria were doing our dance, Grantee and fucking Dottie, I guess Dottie said something about, ew, those sisters are incest or some shit like that. Like, bitch, you don't even fucking know me because you gave him fucking crystals that he probably threw right in the fucking trash afterwards. He doesn't want your fucking dirty ass crystals.
Not dirty.
Like, we're cute. My dance, it was cute. I don't give a fuck. Like, and regardless of what I do, I'm gonna stand out. So you're over here, like, they just had their little side comments. Like, there was no pressure behind them at all. So I did not care for Grantee. I made fun of her voice, and that was the only thing I felt bad about because I didn't know what she was going through or what she had been through with the medical stuff she went through. And that was the only thing that I've apologized for. I do not give a fuck for Dottie. I do not give a fuck for her. We will never cross paths. We will never be in the same fucking building together. You can't sit where the fuck I sit. Like, there's just, I can't.
Even though you really don't rock with Dottie, did you question Chance's intentions at all during that elimination when he was like stuck between keeping her and Danny? Considering that Danny didn't even, participate in the challenge.
Let's just really say this. Dottie was supposed to have been gone home that night. Everyone fucking knew it. Production knew it. Production gave Danny 20 times to say a single sentence that looked good for TV. So it would make sense that she would be kept in the end. Danny couldn't do it. I wanted Dottie gone. That bitch would have been long gone. He only used you and your mom because you're mother and daughter. There was nothing cute about you. There was no purpose for you being there besides your mom and daughter. That's like intriguing, just like sisters are intriguing, except me and my sister look the fuck good. That's the difference. So mom and daughter is like more like funny, but sisters is more entertaining. And Danny just couldn't do it. Like, oh my God, they wanted Danny. They brought Danny in for promotion. Danny's very known on Instagram. This is that, but Danny did not give a fuck to be there. Danny didn't even know why she was there at first. Like, like Danny, I love Danny. Danny is funny. Danny is real. Like, Danny is just, I can't even. Like, she really does not have a worry in the world. Like, she does not care what's going on.
Stoney said that she came on the show and she was like, wait, are we on the show for Chance the Rapper? She was like, wait, do we have to kiss
no, listen, I was talking to her. She's like, wait, so we're like, are we on the show for like love or something? Yeah, Danny. Yeah.
I'm dead. Like, oh, she's like, oh, we gotta kiss him.
Yeah.
So
Oh my
she was like, I
god.
mean, if
I
you
don't know how
want
my man's
to.
gonna feel at that.
I really wish we saw more of her because honestly, I mean, I knew of her from social media, but I don't know if she's been on TV before. I'd never seen anything with her in it. So I was actually excited once I like looked her up and saw how many followers she has. I was like, okay, I kind of want to see more of her personality. So I wish she stayed longer.
Yeah, and you know what's crazy? They brought Danny in for a promo, of course, and then they wanted her to be like the head bitch of the house.
Yeah.
Like they wanted her to like go at all the girls, this is that, like claim that authority, like as head bitch. But like Danny's like, that's not even me. Like Danny's a sweetheart. Like she is the nicest person. Like she's so nonchalant. She's just chill. Like everything about her is just calm. Like she's funny too. I feel like people would not think she's funny. Like she's actually mad funny.
So was there anything that happened in the house with her? I mean, not drama wise, but like, were there just any good parts of her that
Yeah,
like weren't shown on the
Her
show?
and Sharice had like a problem.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it wasn't aired because it was just like they after the reunion. I can't remember what day, but after not the reunion, after one of the eliminations, like they had went out, and it was the same night me, Yodelah, Maria Stoney, and us went out, and we had like saw Cerise at like a section or whatever, but like she looked mad lost, like she didn't belong in the section, like she was just trying to stand there. I'm like, baby, where are your friends at? And then she was with Danny that night in Danny's car. And Danny was telling us about it the next day because Sharice was like in her phone saying, when I see you, I'm gonna slap the shit out of you. Sharice, you're not like that because you saw her and you didn't do shit. Like you didn't even speak to her. But the reason is because Danny was in her car. Sharice was with her. Sharice had brought guys in Danny's car. Danny's like, that's not how I am. I don't know people. Like I protect my surroundings. So Sharice is in the back, I guess, arguing with this guy. And I don't know what the fuck they're arguing about, but Sharice throws his bag out the window as Danny's driving. His bag that's full of cash out the window. So you're throwing a grown man's fucking money out the fucking window. You don't know what the fuck he's gonna do. You don't know what he has on him. You don't know how serious that money is. Bitch, you're playing with somebody's money. Like,
Could have gone up to both your heads.
Like, and apparently he had like 30, 40K in that bag. So that, ooh, bitch, I would have.
Did like they stop and get
and then
that money?
they ended up stopping, and Sharice is just like outside the car, like arguing with him, this is that. And Danny was like, bro, I'm like not doing this. Like, this is not what I'm doing. Like, you're causing a scene. You're embarrassing me. One, she was like, I didn't ask you to bring these guys with me too. Like, I don't know who they are. They're your friends. They're not my friends. And she caused a whole scene. So Danny drove off, as she fucking should.
I would have done the same thing.
Yeah, like you're fucking with somebody's money, not no 100, 200, 300, $1,000, 30, 40K. Bitch, I would have beat you. Like, I would have slapped the fuck out of you.
She could have like risked Danny's life or something. You know, again, you don't know those guys. I could have put a
Especially in LA, like you not fuck with niggas in LA about their money. That shit's crazy.
Yeah.
So yeah, Jenny like told us about that, and she just ever since that she just didn't fuck with Sharice at all.
Dang, I kind of wish we saw that, but obviously, I mean, I understand that wasn't shown. But
Yeah.
it's clear that she's not like about drama or anything.
She's not. She does not care. So like when Sharice tries to come for her, like Danny really just doesn't care. Like she doesn't give a fuck. Like I don't know if you're trying to get the smart thing that bitch should have did, because you're in the same field as Danny. Like you're trying to do the same thing. Okay, yeah, you want to be seen out with Zeus because let's not get into that, but we'll get into okay, yeah. You want to be seen out with Zeus. You want to do this is that with Zeus because you love Zeus so much. But you also do OnlyFans. Danny is known for her OnlyFans. Danny's known for her videos. Danny has 7 million followers. That would have been a great person to have by your side. And you guys were already like building a friendship. Like, bitch, you want to say you're a businesswoman, but clearly you're not.
I heard that Sharice may have been getting together with somebody from Zeus.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's an allegation because, I don't really have big facts on it, but when you just know. They want to come for me for doing this with the security, or I'm a hoe. Sharice wants to say I'm a hoe. This is that. Come at Yodelah about where she lives, where she comes from. This is that. Her credit score. This is that. Bitch, you're fucking your way to the top. The only reason why you lasted the last fucking 2 is because it wasn't because of chance. It was because of somebody in production wanted you there. They're trying to help you. The reason why they let you fucking promote your bad and bougie lashes on the fucking reunion and now nobody else's fucking business is because you're fucking somebody on Zeus. And because they want to help you, because that's your little business plan right there. I don't know anything about what goes on with her or that certain person, but it's clear as day she's shown favoritism. So it's like nobody's fucking stupid. Let's really just talk about it.
Okay, so you really don't think like Chance was there for her?
Chance didn't like Bad and Bougie. Chance hated Bad and Bougie. He did not like Bad and Bougie at all. Like he doesn't want her. He didn't like her. He doesn't care for her. She was only there because somebody in production, somebody higher wanted her to be the last standing too. That's that. They wanted to give her that camera time. They wanted to put her out there, get her shit up. And now look, the bitch is at all the other Zeus events. So okay. She did her thing now. Whatever you doing, baby, is working. Keep going.
Right. Okay, so let's get back to you. You know, this is an interview about you, and I don't know how this was. Maybe this was one of those situations where it was like edited out of order, or maybe this was how it was supposed to be aired. But the next episode after that second elimination was when you and Smalls were confronted by Tokyo and Rollie about the drama that happened the first few days. And I wanted to know if there was anything that you were expecting to get out of this or hoping to get out of this conversation with them.
No, it was just kind of like they just like I knew I was gonna talk to them. Like they planned for us to talk. It was like funny because at that time, like we kind of died down from it. Like Rollie was actually like really tired of fighting with me and like fighting Maria and all the drama. Like she was like, I thought season 1 was like crazy. Like you bitches are fucking nuts. And it just kind of died down. Like we were just like, we were all chill at that point. Not like chill, but like it was, our beef wasn't serious anymore.
Was that the instance where you guys became cool with Rollie, or was that after the show?
No, I became cool with Rollie like before we went for the cow. No, actually I became cool with Rollie after during like the cowgirl challenge.
Oh, okay. So at the end of that episode, we said bye to Brown Sugar, Bombshell, and Tokyo. What were your final thoughts on those 3 women based on the time you had in the house together?
Brown Sugar, Bombshell, Tokyo. I didn't really talk to Bombshell. I drank with her one night. Me, her, and Khadijah drank with each other. She's fun. She is fun. Like the bitch can definitely drink. She can handle her drinks. Like that's the bitch that I can drink with.
Okay.
And that can like keep up. Brown Sugar, I did not socialize with her whatsoever. I did not have like a single conversation with the girl.
Really?
Yeah. I didn't talk to her at all. Like I didn't talk to her at all. Tokyo, I knew she was going home. Like I knew, like you just like can tell who's really gonna go home. Like he didn't want her. Like she was mad, like emotional. And Tokyo went home because she had COVID. Like she didn't go. Yeah, she acted like she went home because she has to go take care of her kids. We got COVID tested, and she was one. Like a few of the staff members, I think, like had it probably like 2 or 3, and Tokyo was the only one out of all of us that had COVID.
Oh shit!
So she got sent home.
So she got to really
till this day, she gets mad upset that people say it, but baby, it's okay. Like yeah. I've had COVID before. I didn't have it on the show, but I've had it before. But I don't know what you expected. Like you didn't leave. I don't know if you want to put on this front, like you left, you have kids to take care of, you're not dealing with this, but you got sent home because you had COVID. It's perfectly fine. She wanted to sue like one of the blog pages on saying that. I don't like, who are you suing? Like we were right there when you got tested.
And it's also not like she was like trying to get you guys sick.
Yeah, like
it wasn't like intentional. You didn't intentionally get COVID, so
like it's okay. Like yeah. It's perfectly fine.
And everyone's alive.
Yeah, like
okay, so at the end of that elimination, this is where that whole allegation came up that you had relations with a security guard. And as the conversation progresses, Small ends up encouraging the idea that it was you. that all that went down with. So what went through your mind during this moment? Is there anything you feel either of you should have done differently?
I was mad nervous. Like when we were at the reunion and like I had got my hat and like she was like, it wasn't me, it was my sister. Oh my God. I was so nervous. I was like, damn, he's about to call me back down. He's about to take my hat. Like, Maria, you dumb bitch. Like, what are you doing? Like, there's so many ways like people can go around that. Like when you're interrogated by a police officer, like you don't obviously say it. You don't say like the truth, but you just like maneuver around it. Like you don't throw anybody under the bus. You're just like, no, like I wasn't there. Like, I don't know. Like, how are you going to tell me it was me? I didn't do anything. Like, I wasn't there. Like, da da da. Like, you have the wrong person. Like, not like, oh, so maybe it was your sister. Then, yeah, it was my sister. Like, no.
Right. So since we do know now, after the reunion, that it was you that hooked up with the security guard, do you mind just breaking down that whole situation that occurred?
Okay, yeah, because a lot of people still ask. So, like, I just want to put this out in the open. But that night, we were drinking. It was me, Rosie. It was me, Bombshell, and why did I just forget Kiji's name? Soldier Girl. Me, Bombshell, Soldier Girl. And we were drinking like with some of like the people that like the staff workers and shit like that. So we were just drinking a little tequila, shots here, shots there. Like we were drinking. We were having
it's a tequila.
We were drinking. We were having a great time. But the security guard like that I thought was mad cute. Like we had just been like flirting like even before that day. Like we were just like, it was like just cute conversations like for the last like 2 days. So then like that night, like he was drinking with us and like I was drinking and I was getting mad horny. Like I'm in a house with all these bitches. I don't have my vibrator. So I was fucking horny. And we were just flirting like a lot. And when I get drunk, I'm a flirty person regardless. But like when I get drunk, I'm actually like a lot flirtier too. And we were just talking, this is that, whatever. And you want to know the crazy part? I was friends with another worker and like we were just like friendly. Like I was like twerking on him. Like this is not the security guard. I was like twerking on the worker. Like we were all just twerking, like even the staff members twerking, like dancing, like just like fun. Like you can twerk on somebody. Like if you are in the club, you just twerk on a guy. Like you don't want to fuck him. Like you're like that with him. Mm-hmm. So I'm like twerking on this guy. And then we're by the stairs and we're hugging. Like we're just hugging. Like I'm really flirtatious when I'm drunk. Like I love hugs. So I'm hugging him. And one of the Zeus workers took the video of me hugging him. And they sent that. They sent that. I have like a video of like, I literally got sent the video. Like, so one of the Zeus workers took a video of me hugging a guy. So I guess that's the video that was going around that they tried to make it seem like something it wasn't.
Wait, so somebody from Zeus took the video and sent it to somebody to start the drama?
Yes, and they sent it to Tokyo. And that's why Tokyo at the elimination before she went home, she was calling me out for being a hoe. This is that. She was fucking a second da 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 because Zeus gave her that video to try and call me out. It's not like you had the video, and I have the video. Like she sent it to me. She ended up telling me, and she told me who it was, and I think it's just crazy because like these people are messy.
But was that even the guy? The guy in the video was that wasn't even the guy that you ended up. Okay.
No. So regardless of that, I hugged the guy. Whatever. Go back inside the kitchen. We're all drinking. This is that, and I had like a white blanket like with me. So like I go to the bathroom and I'm like, oh, like come here, like let's go to the bathroom. So we go in the bathroom, but we don't do anything in the bathroom because as soon as that, one of the workers came and he wanted to brush his teeth. So he's not, it's like 4 o'clock in the morning. So he's knocking on the door and I'm like, oh, fuck, like shit. Like, I'm pretty sure he knew, like he saw us go in there. So I'm like, shit, like, what do I do? So I pretended like I was throwing up. So I get on my knees and I'm just throwing up in the toilet, like pretending like, just like, like, Matthew comes, the security guard opens the door. I'm like, Matthew, like, I'm so sick. Like, this is that. Like, oh my God. So we go out and I just act like I was fucking throwing up, whatever. And then Matthew starts talking to the security guard and he's like, oh, like, I'm supposed to be watching over the girls. Like, what are you doing? This is that. Trying to act like it was like he was taking advantage of me, but like, it was nothing like that. I can understand why someone would be like, really taken back by that. So, and like the security guard used to be in the military, like everything. So like he's actually mad nice. He's mad quiet, and that's what I think I'm attracted to the most. He's quiet. He like has muscles. He's cute. Like, so that's just what I'm attracted to. Whatever. So then Matthew's telling him this is that, and he's getting offended because like he's like Matthew, like you've been known me. I'm feel really bad that I'm mentioning names.
Well, I think everybody knows who Matthew is.
Okay, yeah. So
at this point,
he's like, you've known me for all these years. This is that. Like, you know, I would never do shit like that. Da da da. And the security guard was drinking too. So like, I don't know him. So I guess like when he drinks, like his temper goes a little crazy. So he like put Matthew in like a chokehold.
Oh shit. Oh no.
Yeah. So little tiny Matthew was like really scared for his life, and I felt so bad. So Bombshell and Soldier Girl are like in the couch area, just like being next to Matthew, like making sure he's okay. And the security guard was in the kitchen. He like felt really bad, and he was just like talking about me. He's like, I can't believe I just did that. Like, I've known him for so long. This is that. And then we just started making out.
You're like, that turned me on.
So we just started making out, and then I was like, shit, like we're gonna get caught. So then we go into the laundry room, and nobody, when I tell you nobody's around, like Bombshell and fucking Soldier Girl were right there, and like they were like a room over, but even they really like didn't know. Like they probably just thought I like went to go to bed, and like the guy went to go get some air or something. But so yeah, we were making out, and then we went into the laundry room, which is like right there by the kitchen. And yeah.
Was it good?
He was handed from the back. But that's why, like, I didn't really care to say my truth because I don't care. Like, I was horny. Like, leave me alone. Like, Chance is not even here for anybody. Like, let's really be honest. I done thrown glass. I got into all these fights. Like, they want you there because you bring entertainment. That's exactly why. So they wanted to give somebody the information on the cast so they could bring it to me so it can be a whole rumor. I already knew how this was going to go as soon as that happened. But then like when other females try to hop on the bandwagon, like Miko and the mom and just Tokyo and just everyone else, like they know what's happening. Like Rollie had came to me and told me like, oh, there's a video. I'm like, what the fuck is the video? I was like, there's a video of me sucking dick. Like, no, there's not. Like, what the fuck? And she just kept saying, there's a video. Like, I saw the video. The video was of me hugging one of the workers who wasn't even the one that I fucked. Like, you guys really just took that and like ran with it crazy. So then Miko trying to say that she was there, like she saw it, like she heard it, like my mom wakes up really early, like we were leaving, this is that. Bitch, you didn't know a single thing. Like, mind your business. The only person who really knew shit was my friends because right. I told them the second after it happened. Like,
and see, look, I mean, it was kind of worth it. You know, you got some fun out of it. You didn't get any from Chance, so it's like, might as well.
And everyone's saying like, oh, you were sucking dick, like this is that. No,
I was getting fucked.
So I'm saying no, because you're not saying it right.
Right. So if they actually said like you got fucked, you'd be like, okay, you're right.
I'm like, stop. Like at first I didn't want to give them like the validation of me owning up to it. So like I just held it out a little bit. But then they want to go crazy with it. Like they're really trying to tell me what I did. Like that's the crazy part. You're doing interviews trying to tell people my business. Like you don't even know the truth. Like you weren't there. So let me just say it. So that's why I want to say at the reunion. I mean, we didn't get to anything. So at my last ending thing, like that was like the biggest thing I'm pretty sure everyone wanted to know. So I was like, I gotta air this shit out for my people.
I've been wanting to ask that question for so long.
Yeah.
Okay, so that the next day, you and Smalls are seen discussing what went down at the elimination right before Slim confronts you two. And at this point, did the tension between you guys and Slim stem from, like, where did that stem from?
It really just, I mean, I didn't like Slim after she called us minions, because it's like nobody has anything better to say than like minions or whatever. So I hate that. It's like annoying, like, because we're friends. Like people were just coming for us because we're all friends. Like you don't meet people and you don't become friends with them. I'm confused. Like she's mad loud. Like I know I can be loud, but she's just like mad loud. So I didn't know that. So whatever.
Okay.
But Then when she was down off the chopping block with Maria, that's when I really just like didn't like her. Cause it's like the way she was like talking to her, like just like bloody bitch. Like everyone gets their period. Everyone gets their period. So I was mad confused about that.
I was confused about that too.
Yeah, like what? But I just, oh my God, she's a lot. Like Slim is a lot. I never knew she had that mouth on her. Like I never knew she was down with the shits like that, like at all. So then after the elimination, when they both stayed, I like went into the house. I was like, I fucking hate that bitch. Like, I want to fight her. This is that. Like, tomorrow it's done with. Like, she tried to call you out. This is that. And I didn't realize the reason how production knew that is because I had my microphone still on. So when you walk around with your microphone, regardless if you're filming or not, they can just hear anything.
Oh yeah, they're monitoring you the whole time.
Yeah, and they replay that shit too. So I'm like, when I woke up and we were putting a scene with them, I was like, okay, like I already know what's about to go down. I already know they want Slim to fight one of us. Like it's a known thing. Production wanted people to fight. Like they wanted to pick certain people to fight, and that's just a known thing. Like you take drama from that night and you bring it into the next day. So I knew already what the fuck was gonna go down.
Okay, so even though a lot of, literally like majority of it is real and like, you know, the fights are completely authentic, one of the facts is that production will like go and say something, somebody else be like, oh, this person said this while you were not in the room.
Yeah.
Okay. Just
like they're messy.
Okay. I think that's kind of how all reality TV is. I mean, if
Yeah,
it gets a little bit boring, production will just, you know, nitpick and get people to start fighting with you. Yeah. This is where you got into the big fight with Slim and you pushed her across the foyer. Do you think you handled Slim during that fight? And were you surprised how much fight Slim actually had in her?
At that point, I was like really annoyed. Like in the moment, it's not even like I was like pissed at Slim. It was just more production because at that point I was tired of fighting. Like, I'll fight a bitch, but I'll fight a bitch for a certain purpose, for real life shit. Like, our fight, we really had no beef. I knew it kept getting dragged on that whole conversation. Like, Maria wasn't going at her. She was coming in our faces like multiple times. Like, I'm trying to laugh this shit off. Like, you know, like we're bad and you're mad type shit like that. And but she just kept like clowning me. And like Rollie said it too. Rollie's like, she's really clowning you guys. Like she's just in your face. And I'm like, okay, like I cannot let this bitch like get this close to my face and I'm not going to do anything. So when she went to Maria's face, like the last time I knew Maria wasn't going to do anything, then she was coming over to me and she went in my face. And that's when I just shoved her.
I've never seen someone push somebody that far.
I'm telling you, I mean, she stood her ground, but
she flew back.
I just have like I used to do shot. I don't know if you know what shot put is, like in track and shit like that. Shot put, discus, weight throw. So like, yeah, like I really do have a lot of power. Like, not like power like hitting wise, like because really I've never like fucked somebody up to know what I can do to them. But like I do have like a lot of power in me. Like I'm a strong ass female.
You toss her like a disc.
But one thing
she can climb back, but
Slim is really fast.
Oh yeah.
Like she's quick with it. Like even at the reunion, the way she ran, I saw this bitch fly over to Dottie. Like she's mad quick. And I guess she used to fight like mad amounts too. So I mean, I wasn't mad about the fight. I really didn't care about it because it was pointless. Cool, you got a good little video for TV, whatever. But my nails is what the fuck got me tight. My whole pinky nail came off. My nail and my pinky nail came off. That shit literally just grew back like a month and a half ago.
That must have hurt so bad.
When I tell you it was the worst pain of my life, I was just so tight. Afterwards, I'm in the room like screaming, like, I fucking hate this shit. Like, I don't give a fuck anymore. Like, it was not worth it. And afterwards, we like talked outside too, like, because everyone was sitting around and I was just like, bro, like, I'm tired of this fighting shit. Like, I was telling production, like, why don't we have a scene like where we just all get drunk and like drink by the pool, like have a little party? Like, all you guys want us to do is fight. Like, this shit is just getting corny at this point. Like, and obviously when you argue with somebody, like, it becomes a real argument. So like, I get that. But at the same time, like, let's do something fun. Like, there were no dates. The challenges were whatever. Like, we didn't really get a scene like hanging out and just being chill. It was always like group of these people talking, this, that. Like,